Good morning and welcome to day 11. I don't have that many fingers, but day 11 of the 30-day Renewing Your Mind Challenge. Day by day, this is going to change your mind, and it's going to change who you are, and it's going to change your future. And I'm so proud of you. 11 days is that's no small thing. That's a big deal. So be proud of yourself and keep going. Keep going strong. It's great to see several of you on here already this morning. And today's verse, the verse that I assigned for today, is Psalm 9, verse 10. Psalm 9, verse 10. You know the drill. If you wrote it down, put a fire in the emoji. If you posted it, put 2 fires in the emoji or in the chat. If you memorized it, put 3. So if you wrote it down, posted it, and memorized it, put 3 fires in the chat. And it's just a way of encouraging each other, spurring one another on. But I want to talk about this first. It says, those who know your name trust you. Those who know your name trust in you, O Lord. I memorized this and now I'm blanking. All right, see, it happens to the teacher too. So memorize these things, but keep learning them over and over and over. So it says, those who know your name trust in you. For you, O Lord, do not abandon those who search for you. Why is this such a good verse? Well, a couple things. First of all, those who know your name trust in you. Those who know your name trust in you. Well, the Lord has many, many names, and I'm not going to get into all of them today. But one of his names is Jehovah Jireh, which means the Lord is my provider. I trust him to provide for me. Doesn't mean I don't work. I just look to him for the jobs I should be doing. I look to him for the provision. I give him my tithe first so that because I'm looking to him as my provider, I trust him. So this is one of the promises. Those who know your name trust in you. So knowing him helps us trust him. But look at this next part. It says, for you, O Lord, do not abandon those who search for you. Do not abandon those who search for you. Why is this important? Because history repeats itself, right? And the Israelites, their journey is our journey, okay? And it started, there was bondage in Egypt. They were in slavery, okay? They called out to God and they went to the promised land, right? They went right from Egypt to the promised land. No, they didn't. What they went through in between is when we need to know that God won't abandon us. It's called wilderness. As they went through the wilderness, they needed to know that God was still with them. And the way that we do that is we remind ourselves. Why do we need to remind ourselves God's with us? Can't we just see him there? Can't he? I heard a quote from God's Not Dead 2, I believe, where he said, when the test is being given, the teacher is silent. Isn't that good? When the test is being given, the teacher is silent. So as we're going through the wilderness, that's the test season, right? That's the test. That's when we just need to be obedient, okay? It's when we need to trust because the teacher is silent. And that's how we pass the test, by knowing that he's there, knowing that he's with us, knowing that he's going to provide for us, knowing that he's going to get us through this because he will never abandon those who search for him. But he's still going to be silent during the test. That's the way tests work. So memorize this verse. If you didn't yesterday, do it today. But make sure that it's a part of who you are, because it's going to come back and be right on time in a time of trouble for you. So with that, let's go on to tomorrow's verse. The assignment for tomorrow's verse is one of my favorites. It's Philippians 1:6. Philippians 1:6. And I am certain that God, who began the good work within you, will continue his work until it is finally finished on the day when Christ Jesus returns. Philippians 1:6. So memorize it, and don't forget, you are changing your future right now through these daily challenges, one day at a time. So put your trust in him. Know that if you feel like he's silent, maybe it's because you're in the middle of a test. And maybe it's then that you need to actually trust him and not just say you do. So that's the challenge for today. God bless you. Have an amazing day. See you tomorrow.